Hey guys, this is Eric here at Blackhat Vapor. I'm really excited to be here because we got a brand new product in, the CUBIS Pro. Now, with the original CUBIS, there were a few issues with the coils, a few dry hits and burnt hits here and there, but I think with the CUBIS Pro and its newly designed coils, I think most of those issues were fixed. So let's dive in and check out the CUBIS Pro by Joyetech.
All right, guys, so this is your CUBIS Pro. In the packaging, you get your CUBIS Pro. You get an extra drip tip. You get a box of spare coils, which I've already taken out for you guys. And you have a sheet of Japanese cotton, which I will get into later. So for size comparison, here is a CUBIS Original on my right and a CUBIS Pro on my left. And as you can see, there is a major size difference. However, with the CUBIS Pro, it holds exactly 4 mils of juice versus the CUBIS Original that held 3.5 mils. So one of the cool things about the CUBIS was that it had an internal airflow control. So that little slit right there is where your airflow goes in. And you just turn this little dial up here, and you can either tighten or loosen the draw. And one of the changes they made with the CUBIS Pro was that they made an external airflow control. And what that does is that it increases the airflow, and you get better flavor, and you get less dry or burnt hits. So one of the things that made the CUBIS so amazing as well is that it had an innovative cup design, an innovative leak-proof cup design. And what you did was you filled it up to that line right there, stick your top part on, and you're ready to vape. However, there were some issues where if you filled it up too much, just like a bathtub, when you fill it up too much and you try to get in, it would leak over. And what people were having problems with was that when they did that, it would leak out through the gap right in between there. So one of the changes they did with the CUBIS Pro was that they made it a true top fill design. So you just take your juice bottle, you stick it in either this slot or this slot, and you can fill it all the way up to the top without taking out the internal coil itself. So now that we've talked about the device itself, let's talk about some of the coils that come within the packaging. So this is one of the original CUBIS coils. This is a 0.5 ohm coil. And one of the problems with these coils were that you would get dry hits, burnt hits, and just a bunch of things that were just not good with this coil. So what they did was they made this coil. This is a 0.25 ohm notch coil. And as you can see, it has little slits on the sides here and here, which allows the juice to actually get into the coil itself and the cotton, which allows better flavor, less dry hits, and less burnt hits. And now here's where the real innovation comes into play. This is the QCS, or Quick Change System coil. And what that means is that you can take this bottom piece off like so, and inside you have your notch coil. And what a notch coil is that little cylinder right there has little slits cut into it, which allows even heating, better flavor, less dry hits and burnt hits. And what you could do with the quick change system is that you could actually rip this out of here, re-wick it with the Japanese cotton that came within the packaging, and you're ready to vape all over again. And lastly, we have the LVC, or liquid valve control Clapton coil. And what you could do with this coil is that there's a little dial at the very bottom where when you turn it, you can either let more or less juice in. So now that we've talked about all the coils, let's go back up top and see how it vapes.
Well, there you have it, guys. We took an in-depth look at the CUBIS Pro. We took a look at some of its newly designed coils, the newly designed top fill system, and of course, the newly designed airflow control. So the only thing that's left to do is to vape on it. So what I'm vaping on is the QCS coil, which is about a 0.25 ohm coil. Vaping on Pear, which is an in-house juice. It's a pear flavor with a hint of cotton candy at max VG. And I'm vaping on the Sigeli Food Chai at 45 watts. So let's see how it vapes. So guys, out the gate, I'm getting full on flavor, no dry hits, nothing like that. So let me just take another hit. And as you can see, guys, vapor production is there. So this is Eric here at Blackhat, signing off.